Okay, so I'm just going to talk about update notifiers for Linux distros. So I clearly have a problem keeping my systems updated. I completely forget, and yeah, then after 2 weeks, I remember I have to update him. Not good. So at the moment, I'm running only two distros, and it's Arch and Proxmox, which is Debian based. So obviously you need to update both and keep them updated, but I just forget. So in a previous video, I've created a video, auto update for Proxmox. So this is not my script, obviously. So it's just a little program that keeps Proxmox updated automatically. So it runs at a specific time, keeping it updated. So and then uh, I've created a little script on this video as well for Arch as well. So what happens here is it actually runs and it checks is there an update, and then it gives you a pop-up saying do you wanna update your system or not, and it checks either daily or weekly. So this one works perfectly for me. But now the Proxmox one, although it auto updates with this package, it doesn't remind you of shit. So in Proxmox, it will just update and upgrade in the background, but you're gonna still have to go to not task. You're still gonna have to go to system log and look at this. I mean, who's gonna go through that? This just logs everything that happens on here. So that's not good. And then the other option is to check if something updated is to run a cat of that file of the unattended upgrade log file. So if we run that, it will show you this block again. I don't want to go through that, but in there it will show you that it updated. You can grep it, show only the updates. Let's try that. So yeah, as you can see, there something ran there, starting unattended upgrade script. So that was a while back, yeah. So yeah, but this is not how I want to really do it. I just want to quickly see, did it update, whatever. So what I did was, I've created a little script. I've created a little script that will access that, or that will check the unattended update log file. And if it finds an entry there, a most recent entry of an update, it will just display it to you or notify me. So I thought, okay, that sounds good, but how's it gonna notify me? So on Arch, I had a pop-up box using Zenity, just a simple little GUI pop-up box, and it shows you this update, and you can say okay or cancel if you want to update your system. But because I'm using a web UI to access Proxmox, I can't do a pop-up or a notify slide out, nothing like that in here. So yeah, how am I gonna display the text in here? So I was thinking a bit, and I thought, well, there's something like notes in Proxmox. So if you go to PVE notes, in notes you can actually leave notes for yourself, whatever. You can just type stuff there and it saves it, and you can go there and read it. So why not output the unattended update log file entry here? As you can see, there's an entry here. So it was checking it at that time, and it says no new packages were upgraded. So it checks it every day. So yeah, that was pretty great, because now I can just, if I'm not sure was the update happening, I can just go to notes, boom, it's there. So because in updates itself it doesn't show anything, because this is auto updating now, it's not going to show anything that needs upgrading. And there's nothing in here that you can set to remind you or notify you at all. So yeah, okay, perfect. I can just, it takes one click, I can see what's upgraded and when it was upgraded. So yeah, let's quickly look at what little script does. So the script basically, um, because it needs to run every day, it needs a timer and a service file. So when you run the script for the first time, it will actually create a service file in systemd and a timer. So the timer just checks the time it gets triggered, and it activates the service file so that the service file can actually run the script. So that's how that works in a way. So let's just go to the script. So when you get the script, I just want to cd to that folder. So when you get a script, save it in user local bin. As you can see there, unattended notify.sh. There it is. And we can just quickly run it to see if it will update that time. So it's 12:46 was the last time. So it checks only once a day. And it's 14 2:30 now. So let's run it. Why do I have two open here? Close that one. So to run it is basically sudo, oh yeah, no sudo in Proxmox. So it's just that unattended notify dot sh, run that. So it will check to see if those two files exist, the service and the timer file. If they do, go on to the next line, and then it will check that unattended log file. As you can see, it's got some output here, it puts that output here, and it puts it here as well. So 14:30, if we just refresh it a little bit, there is 14:30. So it definitely checks it, and it pushes that text into the notes area, which is great. So let's go check the files that it creates. So yeah, I'm very lazy at typing. Siri, yeah. So it puts the service files and the timer file in its systemd system, because that's where they belong. So these belong, all the other files is in here as well. That's important. So there's the unattended notify service and unattended notify timer file. So we can nano into them. So let's go to the timer file first. And there's the timer file. So description, run unattended notify daily on calendar. This is when it will run daily. You can make it weekly and so on. Persistent equals true means if your system was off and this was supposed to run at 12 o'clock at night, the default time is 12 o'clock at night, then as soon as you boot up, it will run then. Doesn't matter if it's 12 o'clock or not. It will run and do the whole thing. So that's great. No, I didn't change anything. What are you talking about? So let's look at the service file. Service. So this is the service file description, unattended update notifier. And then here at the bottom, it will execute the script file. So this is where this is. User or local bin, there's the script file. So this is what the service does. It will get triggered. It will be activated by the timer file, and then it will run this script, and the script will then check if these two files exist. If they don't, it will create them with all this data inside and the path to it, to the script itself, and so on and so forth. Right, so that's basically it. Because I was checking, yes, is there something else that can work in Proxmox that can remind me of an update? And I've read something about if you go to data center, come to the bottom, there's notifications. So in notifications you can add stuff. So you can add Github, SendMail, SMTP, and Webhook. So SendMail is pretty straightforward. It will send you an email if there is an update. So you can set it up like that. SMTP as just a mail server. You can send it to a mail server. Webhook, obviously it will remind you, but this is outgoing. So if you set up a webhook, it's only outgoing to other applications like what is it now? Discord. It will show you the message in there. I couldn't find a way to actually send it back to this web UI. It doesn't have a receive. You have to set up a server and all that stuff now. Codify is pretty cool because it's a little server and you can do a bunch of stuff in there. Plus, what I was intending to do, sending myself a message for the updates, but you need to create a container and then set up the Codify server. It's too much work. Why would I do that? My little script works perfectly, reminding me in notes. Okay, and it has checked for an update is nothing, or if it finds an update, it will list it here. So it will list the last 3 entries, 2 old ones and 1 new one. Yeah, so that is basically it. Now I know my systems, when my systems it's updated, and if something is happening, maybe it's broken and it doesn't update, so I will check it in a time. It hasn't checked for a long time. I know it's not doing anything. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Good.